Yo guys, welcome back to the second update brought to you by Declan Storms 2 one now, which is Super Typhoon Bavi. With winds of 160 miles an hour and a pressure of 921 millibars, with the Vorak ADT going with 170, which is mad. But this storm is undoubtedly going to have a 175 mile an hour peak, maybe even 180. But we don't know. If the eye clears out, it's game over. If the eye clears out on this thing, it's game over. But if the eye still stays like this, it's still going to be 165, maybe 170, 75-ish in that area. If the eye clears out, it's going to go all the way and deepen dramatically. That's if the eye clears out, though, which I don't think the eye will clear out, which is concerning, to say the least. But this is what it looks like on IR, and boy, boy, this storm just looks very, very good on IR imagery at the moment. It looks kind of shocking on satellite. I ain't gonna lie about that, guys. But you can see the progress of the storm. If I show you tropical tidbits, right, you can see the progress of the storm. This is what it looked like at 5Z today. Okay. This is when it was probably a category 2, category 3-ish. 5:40 Zulu time, which is about 6 o'clock, 6:40 UK time, roughly, because we're an hour ahead of them. Or no, we're an hour behind, or an hour ahead, I don't know. But somewhere around there anyway. So, and then take it to 7 o'clock Zulu, which would be 8 o'clock, which would be 8 o'clock. No, it would be 6 o'clock UK time. That's it, because Zulu time is always ahead by 1 hour, which is basically UTC. Basically, this is what it looked like at 7 o'clock Zulu time, which was about roughly which is roughly about 6 o'clock UK time. So you can see it's in intervals, right? 5:40 Zulu, 5:50 Zulu, 6 Zulu, 6:10 Zulu, 6:20 Zulu, 6:30 Zulu, 6:40 Zulu, 6:50 Zulu, 7 Zulu, 7:10 Zulu, 7:20 Zulu. But then this was about 8 Zulu, 8 Zulu, which is about 7 o'clock UK time. You could see the eye was clear. This is when it was a category 3 at this point, 120 miles an hour. You could see there was a little bit of like, I don't think it was dry air, but there was a little bit of weak convection there. But it did build that back up by, by 9 o'clock UTZ or Zulu time. This is when it was still 120, but the eye was a little bit, ragged. But then the eye kind of, I wouldn't say it kind of closed in on itself. This, the eye was getting better organized about 11 o'clock Zulu. The eye was a bit ragged. It did start closed up a little bit, but then it opened up about 12. And then 1 o'clock, it just started just blowing up loads of convection. And then 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock Zulu, if you roughly bring it back, 5 o'clock Zulu, right? So if you look at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? This is 5:40 in the morning. This is this is what it looked like 12 hours after that. So 5:40 Zulu, the eye looked shocking. Now look at the eye at 7:40 Zulu, 17:40 Zulu, which was about 4:40 UK time, and then look at the eye now at 2020 Zulu, which is about 9:20 UK time. 9:20 UK time. The eye is kind of okay-ish, I guess. I mean, the eye does look kind of ragged still, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it does look like it's kind of trying to open up, but also trying to not open up at the same time. Well, it's open, but it looks like it's trying to become a lot more symmetrical, which I think it will in its later part of its life. Well, this is the JTWC cone, right? So they have it at obviously January 3rd, not January 3rd, July 3rd, 18Z, 140 knots, which is 160 miles an hour. They have it peaking at 150 knots, which is 175 miles an hour. And then as it heads towards the Philippines and Taiwan, they have it 130. At this point, it's uncertain. We don't know if it's still going to be a Cat 5. We don't know if it's going to weaken and become a Cat 5 again, or if it's going to become a Cat 5 and stay a Cat 5 in the Philippine Sea and start weakening as it heads towards the Philippines due to an water replacement. We don't know, but an water replacement cycle is imminent in the storm. It's not going to happen yet. Obviously, it's going to peak first before it goes to an hour replacement. But then, obviously, after the hour replacement, will it take ages? Will it do what some Atlantic storms do, and where it just doesn't intensify after the hour replacement cycle to start weakening, or will it intensify after the hour replacement cycle? Will it do a merger hour replacement cycle? We don't know because that's what Melissa did. Melissa did an merger hour replacement cycle. It barely weakened it. Probably only weakened it down to 5 miles an hour, maybe even 10 at the max. That was it. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it does go through an hour replacement cycle before it peaks. I doubt it, but you never know. Mother Nature has its own mind of things. This is the accumulated cycle of energy, by the way, for the northwest Indian Ocean, or for the north, well, basically the storm. Yes, they still have. Just ignore it. They haven't want it. Still 125 in knots. They haven't updated it yet. The CSU hasn't updated it yet. It is 140. Okay, it is 140 921. Okay, and they have got it 5.1 ace. They will upgrade it in whenever they do it again next. I don't know when they'll do it again next, but they will eventually upgrade it tonight or tomorrow. Um, but if you see, look, it's in Rock 2, 40 knots. Okay, but yes, it is 155. It did reach 160 knots. It did reach 100 miles an hour. It did reach 90 miles an hour. They just haven't updated it yet. But also, guys, there's another area of interest that we have to keep an eye out in the East Pac. They are, it says here, as of 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Friday, July 3rd, 2026, a tropical wave is forecasted to move westward across the central portions of the Eastern Pacific through the weekend, right early or middle part of next week. Environmental conditions could support some gradual development of this system while it moves generally westward at 10 to 15 miles an hour across the western portion of the Eastern Pacific, and in the next 2 days or 48 hours, they're giving it a 0% chance, and they're giving it a 20% chance of formation in the next 27 days. So that's what they're giving it at this moment in time. Um, well, yeah, that's I think actually before I wrap the video up, I'll show you the JMA. Now the JMA is kind of stupid for these storms because they literally have this storm. I'll tell you what they have this storm. Don't worry. They have this storm currently at the moment now. Oh, finally they've updated it. Actually, no, they haven't. 935 millibars. Very strong. The next update, though, they have it as a violence. So very strong, and then they have it as a violent in as it on the 7th. No, on the 4th they have it. The 4th they have it as a violent typhoon. So they have it as a violent typhoon this time tomorrow, which is stupid. It's stupid. The JMA are just dumb. They're stupid. They don't even know how to track a storm properly. They've gone with 935 millibars. They've gone with 125 mile, either 120 or 130 miles an hour, which is stupid. It's dumb. The JTWC don't even know how to track storms. They should be banned from tracking storms. Um, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I haven't showed you my database in a while. This is my database, and yes, I have upgraded bavi to 160, 921 millibars. But yeah, if you guys tell me your predictions down below. Um, but yeah, this is Jenna, and then obviously all the way up to Maysac. We did have Douglas, but Douglas weekend is practically dead now. We had Mikala, which was 145. We had St. Marky, which was 190. Yeah, these are the only majors that we had in the West Pack was Sinmarku, Makala, and now Bavi. So many more to come. So stay tuned for that, guys, because I'm going to be a busy bee um over the hurricane season. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, um, before I wrap up, I will show you the forecast model runs for just this storm. I don't need to show you the forecast model ones for far out yet. We'll probably do that in tomorrow's video. But we do have Maysac active, which is a threat to land at this moment in time. It's currently over Hainan Island and expected to come back over from Hainan Island. Intensify a little bit to 993 millibars and then make a 991 millibar landfall either I think that's China, border of China and Vietnam. But currently at this time though, they do have the GFS is I think the GFS is currently predicting this. Yeah, they currently have the storm. Well, they kind of predict. Well, they kind of did predict it well. 12Z 925. I kind of had it at 928, so they weren't really far off. Right now they go with 920, which technically speaking ain't a bad estimate. They're only 1 millibar lower than the JTWC. And then roughly it gets down to 910 millibars, 914, 911, 912, still 916 as it heads into the Philippine Sea. And then obviously it just starts weakening as it heads towards Taiwan. Makes landfall as 945 millibars, and then obviously then it makes landfall again as 963 millibars on China. And then obviously after that there is more activity. A 960 millibar storm that forms, and then a 968 millibar storms that forms on the 19th, which is on a Sunday. So anyway, guys, take care. Comment, subscribe, and share. And also, if you live in the Mariana Islands, please get your preparations done right now. It only takes one. You've already been impacted by Sinlaku. You don't want to be impacted again. Well, even if it doesn't make landfall, you're still going to get impacts on this storm, no matter what. Even if a storm makes landfall or not, you're still going to get heavy rains, heavy strong winds, strong storms. Such even if a storm doesn't have to make landfall to cause significant damage on an island, on an island nation, or or a state, or an island location, or whatnot, like say Bermuda or the Bahamas. If this storm was in the Bahamas, it doesn't have to make landfall in the Bahamas to cause some catastrophic damage. It only takes one storm. And this storm is very concerning. It's going to hit at peak. San Marco did not hit you guys at peak. This storm will hit you at peak. Peak intensity the storm will hit you at 175, maybe 180. Maybe even pushing 185 if the storm plays out its eye properly. So please listen to your local authority, listen to the JTWC, listen to the JMA, listen to your local authorities on Guam. Listen to your local authorities on Tinian and Saipan. Listen to your local authorities. Prepare for the storm like it's even if this storm was a Cat 1, prepare for it like it's a Cat 5. Even any storm, tropical Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, and it making landfall, prepare for it like it's a Cat 5 hurricane or typhoon. Because it only takes one storm to do significant damage and cause significant loss of life. And we do not want that. So, please, everyone in the islands, please stay safe from Saipan, Guam, and Tinian. And if you've got any questions, please reach out. Message me on Twitter, message me on Facebook, message me on TikTok, message me on Instagram, even message me in the YouTube comments below. I'll always answer you guys' questions. Um, and yeah, anyway, so stay safe, like, comment, subscribe, share. See you all in the next video. Peace and love, and stay safe, and see you all. Goodbye.